I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao, the...
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibitor Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoxing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that... That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I just want to have a chat with you. According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. And over the years, the damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was... While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. Let me be clear. The questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts, so please don't take offense if any of my questions seem a bit harsh.
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you...
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jing Yuan wants us to be honest.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron Hunter's reputation.
Apart from the Law Fu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurilo 6, the world that the Express stopped...
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues...
I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. Let's move on to the next question. The report suggests that Don Shu... But here's the thing. Don Shu was... According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the master. She disguised herself as an
Fantilia is one of the Heliobi, the energy life forms that once fought against the Xianzhou. They're known for their unpredictable and elusive nature.
Just as she said, when the Ambrosial Arbor resurrected, its roots broke through the creation furnace on the Lawfu, accidentally releasing...
If Elder Hua Yen accepts the explanation, so do I. Oh. It seems that your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think, General Fei Xiao? Have the doubts in the report been cleared up?
The two Nameless have been honest in their answers. Even though there are some tricky details, my intuition tells me there is nothing wrong. However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the Nameless, but for you too, General Jing. First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu, yet the 6 charioteers were... Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them access to the Plague Mark. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Law Fu back...
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking? Or the 10 Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not...
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it early. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it. And in the end, the Law Fu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. So, I think it's safe to say that Elio's prophecy about the future holds some merit. And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Law Fu has lain low for too long. I believe...
Just as I expected from Arsif, but unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation.
So what are your thoughts on all of this?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yao.
You mean the Xianzhou Yao...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing each other up, forming larger and larger packs. Moreover, there's an entity named Mongus behind it all.
An entity?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. She's described as having 12 faces and 12 pairs of fangs, as cruel as poison, and as elusive as quicksand. The Boris...
That's Ventilia.
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly. I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the Alliance has its fair share of questions and doubts.
What's in this plan?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any... And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit the Shackling Prison. No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the Ten Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the Karmic Mirror from both of you.
I'm okay with that.
Worried that I might go back on my word and keep you in the Shackling Prison? Relax. If I wanted to do that, you'd already be behind bars.
Then, as the Merlins...
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance.
So, you are here for Hule.
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Law Fu's Shackling Prison. Since he is the Broodlord of the Borisin, I want to transfer him onto the Xianzhou Yaoqing and imprison him there. The recent movements of the Borisin suggest they're planning...
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis. Since you trust my judgment...
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like...
And as for Hule, I'll send my lieutenants Zhao Cho and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport. If there are no... Do you actually believe in the Stellaron?
Yes, I do.
I understand. While words can be deceiving, your gaze, your breathing, and your scent, I trust my intuition more than...
I'm really sorry about all this. But the testimony... I'll call for a messenger to take you to the interrogation division.
As you wish, General.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the Interrogation Division also know your purpose in coming.
The shackling prison. I didn't expect to be back here after all.
Don Hung.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you. Well, technically, the shackling prison is spread out across multiple delves, and the ancient sea is just where they overlap. Please.
What are you looking at?
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid, or the judges will throw you back in there and lock you up for a few hundred years.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself. So stay alert.
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiao Cho and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal Hule to the Yaoqing. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation. I assume you've been briefed, Your Honor.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin abominations of abundance and the arch-nemesis of the Foxians, is responsible for 2,123 wars of aggression and countless associated crimes. Due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the shackling prison and subjected to the punishment of the Forest of Swords until the end of—
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor. He is the greatest enemy of us Foxians. The stories of his atrocities are used to terrify our children.
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children, but your knowledge about him is likely very limited. Only the judges of the Ten Lords Commission truly know. It has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, captured Hule. And during all those years, we never provided him with any food. Yet he somehow managed to stay alive. It defied the Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is a device of intense torment, used to execute sinful abominations. Most Borisin die within the complex rules are there because of his abnormal characteristics.
I apologize for any offense caused.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. Please make sure you read them carefully. And please,
Take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking random.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hula.
Just swallow it already. Hule is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupatoxin that induces fear. Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their lupatoxin.
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine, let's... Your Honor.
What is it?
No. No.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
Welcome, dear guests from the Express. Judge Hanya of the Interrogation Division. You don't want to see me? Well, in that case, I can call in the judge who's an expert in acupuncture, or the one who's handy with axes and saws, or the... Just kidding. We judges work in shifts, and it just happens to be my Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demons in the Fixtral Garden.
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Shenzhou Luofu.
Even though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the Ten Lords. So, please do as I command as we head to Scrivener Hall and beyond. This is not a place for ordinary mortals. You and Mr. Dunham, please...
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward.
freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delve. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this.
Intercepting sword technique. What do we have here?
Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out. Ugh, what an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
Cool it.
These crates.
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC transport ship that was attacked by Borison. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance. But throwing both the pirates and the cargo and... I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records in the hall. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance. Well, business first. Let's... Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Watch out! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
What's happening here? Why are these things moving on their own? Something's wrong. Nobody's not responding.
Looks like we're on our own.
How is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols, cutting off power to the mechs and
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found these things showing up in the shackling prison can only—
a prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the Skyfaring Commission and Cloud Knights how dangerous they were.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, then the whole prison is in trouble. And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of— and the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast manages—
Here we are.
Have we arrived already? Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most notorious felons are locked away in solitary delves, deep down in the prison. Those delves can't be opened without proper authorization. The blue bird paves the path, and the Stygian lanterns illuminate it. Help me light up these lanterns, and the way to the bottom of the shackling prison will reveal itself. I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look.
It's better to use your brain. Save your strength.
The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule. According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xianzhou La Fu once every century to check on this abomination's imprisonment and condition. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hule to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand that the Yao Qing messengers want to see him dead. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed, because this beast simply can't be killed.
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, it might help balance out some of the sins he's committed. Could you be the key to a cure for the General? Hule.
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. You can call me Mock Talk.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level. Send reinforcements.
Nobody will hear you here. At the bottom of the shackling prison. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination. Do your thing, Morsa.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer! Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside, we found soldiers, sailors, and
Just a twin.
Time to mix things up! Hide.
I suggest you surrender now. Of course, I'll still kill you all. But I promise, so you swear.
Mountain!
Stay back, Clever. Stay back, Clever.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before
Annihilate. Mission command.
How presumptuous. Die now!
Leave if you can, Morsa.
It's not time yet. Stay back, Clever. How's this taste? My friends? Indulge yourself! Hide. Mission command.
Been a long time. Boy. Welcome back.
How many times has your verdant home spun around since our last hunt? Duran's whelp, tell me your name.
Oh, great Hule, nemesis of the Foxians, and the hunter of all beings. I'm mocked up. It's been at least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But...
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill. Don the skin of...
Since you have an escape plan...
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have a tight 2-hour window to get out of here. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I seized this opportunity to set you free.
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if we manage to get this
We have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the prolonged divisions among the poor. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives.
The sneaky weak...
Well then, my lord. We should leave now.
Before we go...
My lord, you seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast?
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom.
As you wish, my... No, he's an envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for backup, but it seems like all
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Just a short time ago, the nether key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation...
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've gathered all the prison guards who can still fight, and we'll split up and...
Go!
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed, but Borisin tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans. Let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please, follow me. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
Intercepting sword technique. Coolin'.
Hold your position here.
Yes, ma'am.
We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly. Follow me to the next floor. The path is cut off. Someone must have altered the mechanism. No matter. It'll just require a bit more work to get through. Some Spiritfarers occasionally use Ingenia from the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain here. Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape. But, given the urgency of the situation, let's just ignore the usual regulations.
Tempered and forged. All are imbued into the sword.
The nether key has been activated. I hope you're not.
Through clouds!
The nether key has been activated. I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
Okay.
Intercepting sword technique.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long ago.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hule has managed to break free. Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister?
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some clues.
Shui Yi is here.
Miss Shui Yi briefly sacrificed herself. My condolences.
Condolences. Well, that's unnecessary. You misunderstand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an Ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as just a soul to the Hall of Karma's document office has become a routine for her. While I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but... By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes, and the other wears a dark cloak, like a fugitive.
No. I haven't found any Foxian bodies.
So, the intruders and Hule are holding the Yaoqing messengers hostage. This is the worst situation. With hostages in their grasp, the prison guards can't do anything about the prisoners. We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's...
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
Reconstruct. It's my sister. Looks like her soul has at such a critical moment. Her death can give us information. Let me see. The damage, if I can fix it up.
Anya, I...
Welcome back, sister. I don't know what kind of expression I should have at a time like this.
Now is not the time for jokes. This side crane can't hold...
Sister, what did you see when you were killed?
One of the Yaoqing messengers escaped, and the other one was taken hostage?
Besides the Borison, there were other intruders. Invisible.
Invisible intruders? What does that even mean? Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication between inside and outside the prison. Make sure you deliver the news to the outside world.
I understand. Please be careful.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borison will escape from the prison.
All right. If we happen to come across that Yaoqing messenger who got away... No. Stopping Hule should probably be our top priority.